Right, well, what I want to do today is to walk through this idea of updating a related record. So let's say you're going through a normal lead routing graph and you want to assign the lead and update the lead as normal. But what if you also want to take some action on some records that are related to this lead record? So for example, let's say the lead has several tasks on it, and you also want to update those tasks, maybe assign them to a person or update a particular field on them. You can actually do this within LeanData. So let's walk through an example of how to set this up. I'm going to use the updated lead entry point, and let's say our scenario is that a lead record, once the status changes to a certain value, you want to take the most recent task on that record and update the task status to complete or something like that. So let's do this. For the entry point, I'm going to say, let's say the lead status will become closed converted. Okay, that seems to be a good one. So lead becomes closed converted, and we're going to use that as our entry criteria. Then let's say what we're going to do is we're going to use a related activity match node to look for the most recent activity. So this is going to be related to the lead, and I'm going to look for the most recent activity on the lead. Okay, and looking at our tiebreakers, let's just use created date, but you can use any date field that you want for that or any other tiebreakers for that matter. And then the variable here is going to be matched activity. And that's going to be important because we need to know which record to update later on. So I'm going to click done. And then now what we're going to do is if we have a match the most recent activity, we're going to actually assign it. We're going to assign the record. Use an assign record node. And we're going to title this so that we can keep track of what we're doing. We're going to assign the task to Jennifer. Now, which record do we want to assign? We don't want to assign the routed lead. We want to go for the matched activity. So we need to select that variable, and it's going to be to this assigned to field. And then I want to assign this to Jennifer Parker. Perfect. And then I'm going to click advanced, and I'm just going to open up the next node option here. So now the lead is updated, we find a matched activity, and then we assign that task to Jennifer. And let's say we also want to update the status of that task as well to a certain value. So we're going to go to an update record node here. I'm going to connect that and then click the update record, and let's just say update this task to completed. So instead of the routed lead, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the matched activity and update that record. The field will be status. And then the value that I want to update that to is completed. So there we go. So let's just close that off, and we will close up any unassigned edges here. Close up that edge. And then we are going to validate the graph just to make sure everything is good. All right, we're golden. So a lead will come in, and when it's closed, converted, and then we will check for the most recent activity as far as created data is concerned, and then we will assign that task to Jennifer. And then after that, we will update the task status to completed. So we're actually taking actions on the task record here in Lead Router. So I hope that helps, and I can only imagine the different kinds of things that you would want to do with this capability.